So, in today's video, I kind of want to go over just a little bit of a brief overview of doing upscaling and kind of what that entails. So, in this example, I'll be doing this glove piece, the air cell glove piece here, and we'll be doing it for the body SE. So, it's not too difficult, but we'll probably be just using the Devkit again. And by using this method, if you will, you'll be able to create your own upscales for gloves, and you can pretty much use the same workflow to make any other kind of upscale. Like if you want to do pants or shirts or anything of that sort, you can pretty much just use like this same workflow essentially. But I just want to show you guys, this is like kind of what the finished product will look something like in game. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys over in Blender. So here we are in Blender. We got the dev kit opened up, and yeah, at this point you would just want to save whatever model you want as an FBX. So in this case, I'm going to use the air cell armlets. Sorry, I did not know that's what they were called, but yeah, these are the ones I want to use for my upscale today. And yeah, literally all you gotta do is just go ahead and extract it, and boom, there you go. So at this point, first thing I'm gonna do is just apply all the transforms so it doesn't go anywhere. I'm gonna delete these empties, and then I'm gonna drag this whole list into gear 1. And I also should be able to just delete the armature. Okay. So now we can go ahead and we can add all these mesh groups to the hand gear list. So if you were doing legs, you could do it here, chest, or for foot, etc. We don't need this one. And yeah. So we can turn on the hand icon. We can basically get an idea of what it looks like right now. So this hand that I have highlighted, this is our upscaled hand for TBSE, as you can see right up here. And then this hand right here is just the default like vanilla version of the game. So if we're making an upscale, what I'd recommend is we obviously want to have this one on, but I would like highly recommend just making a duplicate of it, which is what I'm about to do. And then I'm just going to turn this one off. So now we're just left with this one. And basically, all we have to do is just kind of match this hand to kind of just match this one, sort of. So all I'm going to do is just start kind of going around and going around these loop cuts right here. And what I'm going to do is just going to delete these vertices. And yeah, so we're just going to be in X-ray, or I'm sorry, Y-frame mode here. We're kind of just going to go around this loop, like I said. And I'm just going to delete these faces that we don't really need. If we were to keep these faces, you can see that part of it is just clipping onto the outside of it. We don't really want that. So I'm going to keep going ahead and deleting as many faces as we can. And this is just going to take a little bit of a, it's going to be a little bit of a process because any glove that you want to upscale may have a different, region that it needs to show skin or something along those lines. So I'm thinking we can probably get rid of a lot of this stuff up here. Okay. It seems like we really need to push those back. Let me check to see how much hand is here. Wow, that is way less. Okay. Should be able to delete a lot more. Can I go like this? This one. Okay. We can kind of still go like just a bit further here. We definitely can get rid of a lot of these front faces though. Just trying to keep in mind like how much I want to delete, because I don't want to obviously delete too much and then we don't have any fingers showing outside of the glove. But yeah, it'll just take this time to try to fit what's best for whatever use case you have, essentially. Get rid of all these faces up here. Stray vertex. I try to just do like a little bit at a time. It's not that we have this mesh here, like we have a backup, but I still just try to be a little bit careful so that I don't have to like redo anything. But yeah, you can kind of see here that we actually did go a little bit past where it is down there, but it should be okay. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. We can remedy that, and I'll show you guys how in just a moment. Yeah, I guess something you kind of just have to keep in mind is that the upscaled mesh is just not one-to-one with the vanilla version of the game. So you kind of just have to pick and choose what parts you'd like to keep and then what parts you don't want to. We're getting pretty close. Not the cleanest, but it'll do for what we're making. Alright, I'm trying to go to top view to see what these are looking like. So yeah, like you can see these jagged edges. We'll need to maybe adjust those just a little bit. For now, I'm just actually gonna just hide this. Alright, I'm just trying to get a better idea of what this looks like and what we might need to do. Yeah, overall this is looking pretty good. We definitely want to get that face back maybe, because we don't want all the skin to just peer through. Like, yeah, you can see it's pretty dire out here. So you just gotta be really careful when you're deleting your vertexes and stuff like that. Because then some things can get kind of messed up, if you will. Yeah. So we're probably gonna have to redo this part because I actually deleted a little bit too much. I mean, It's not like that bad, but because like you probably won't even really be seeing like too much under there, but that's just, I deleted like way too much down here. So I'm actually probably just gonna restart it. So I'll speed up this section and just redo it, but yeah. Alright, so once you've got your hand kind of in a spot where you want it to be, um all I would do at this point is I'm gonna go to wireframe mode, press tab to go into edit mode, and then I'm just gonna delete the right hand. And then after that, I'll just get the mirror modifier, just like that. And then I'm just gonna press Control A on it, or you can just do apply right here from the drop down. So that now we have it matched on both sides, which is what we want. And then I think I'm going to just, yeah, so this should be good. Usually I don't modify the in-game mesh too much, but I can see right here that this part kind of would like move a little bit just to adjust for the hand. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to turn on this butterfly. And yeah, alright, so it's moving on both sides. I'm just gonna modify it like just slightly, like just barely a little bit, so that we can kind of get it to match up with our hand. Just gonna go like this. Push that kind of like right up into there. Like just a very tiny adjustment, like something that no one would hardly ever even notice. Kind of something like that. Like basically this whole like inner edge loop could probably go like inward sort of, if you will. But that's fine. Fuck this into. Sometimes you might have to make like just minor adjustments like that, but it's nothing crazy, thankfully. So yeah, you can see it's being mirrored on both sides. Okay, that's good. And yeah, at this point, I usually will go into like the sculpting phase. So I know we haven't talked about sculpting at all on this channel yet, but it's just another way you can move around your meshes and stuff like that. So if I go to my hands and then I go to sculpt mode again, you can see that you can really do some crazy stuff, but you definitely want to be careful in using it because it can really make your mesh get like very out of hand very quickly. So you want to use it quite sparingly. Well, I don't mean it like that. Like, you just don't want to deform your mesh to the point where it doesn't look, natural, I guess. I'd say just use it for like minor like skin adjustments. Like you can see I'm pushing these vertices in a little bit. Here, this would be better to show, but yeah, you can like kind of move the skin around and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just push these back like just a bit because I know in game that it's probably gonna clip. So yeah, I'm like literally just gonna just barely move the skin inward. And I'm just using the grab 2D brush. You can use grab or grab 2D. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm just barely pushing the skin down so it doesn't clip out or anything crazy. Just like that. And I think we're pretty much good. Just gonna slightly adjust that. And yeah, I think we're pretty much all set. At this point, I would just delete the old skin because we do not need that. So like the vanilla skin material, we definitely don't need these anymore. And then we're just gonna turn on the edit that we made. And then yeah, at this point, we can go ahead and we can export it. And just really quick though, when you're exporting with this toolkit, make sure you go to File, Export FBX, and then you want to make sure you do the presets that were in the documentation. So make sure you have X and then Y. Make sure you triangulate your faces, apply your modifiers, and that should be it for now. Make sure it's limited to your selected objects, and you should be good. So I'll just overwrite this aircell TBSE. I believe that was everything. We should be good to go. So I already got Textools open. We're again going to use the same workflow that we had used yesterday. So real quick before we jump into the next part, I'll hop onto 14 and we'll quickly make a Penumbra mod really quick, so I'll see you guys over in game. Alright, I'm just going to include this in here because I totally messed this up, but if your mod is floating like this, there's a good chance that it's not on the proper skeleton. So really quick, to fix that, you just want to make sure you're assigning these mesh groups an armature, just like this. You just use the eyedropper tool and assign it the armature. So now when we preview it, it's actually moving. And yeah, all you do at that point is just re-export it, because that's something I forgot to do. And we'll do our TBSE preset, overwrite, and then you should be good to go. So sorry about that. Alright, so now that we're in Final Fantasy, just like the last video, we're just going to create a new empty mod. And I'm just going to name this aircell armlets TBSE, something like that. We'll enable it right away. And then we can just close this out for now. So now, I'm going to go back to Textools, and we're going to go to our transaction status, and we're going to attach to Penumbra, and we're going to click aircell armlets TBSE. Select folder, and now it should say transaction status Penumbra sync. Okay, so we can minimize this window for now, and yeah, all we will have to do at this point is we're just going to go ahead and click load, and we will navigate to wherever we exported our FBX file. So for me, it was right here. So yep, this is the one from 4 minutes ago. We're going to open it, and then here's kind of the part that's like pretty important. It's the material assignment. So we're just going to go to open editor, and I just want to note a few things. So in Blender, the TBSE material is just called skin, okay? We don't need to actually set up this material in Textools because they already have a preset for it. And also, since that this one is already a preset material in Textools, we also don't need to set it up either. The only thing we need to set up is just the path for it. So let's go back to Textools. If we see part 0 is our TBSE hands. So for that, I'm going to click, they have this neat little thing right here. They have either skin A, which is Gen 2 or vanilla. This is for those fingers we deleted. So if you are doing, you know, some kind of mod where you're just using the base skin, you would choose this. But more often than not, people who are doing mods are probably going to do some kind of skin mod. So in my case, since I'm using TBSE, I will use the skin B material. You can also use the Beepo one if you are using that body mod, or you could do custom and then you'd set up your own material if you were instead doing that. I will go for TBSE because that is the one that I'm using. And then next we have this one. This one already should be good to go. It's set to the path. You can see it's glove, and that'll just give us the aircell material. So we shouldn't have to do anything else other than that. We're just going to press confirm. We'll do close. And as you can see, it is sorry, what am I trying to say? It's gray, but it is okay that it is like that because this is only the Textools preview. If you have TBSE in game, it will not appear like this. So that's just the point I want to get across. Right now, this is kind of just, we're setting this up so that it can then be transported to the game. So we're going to save it to Textools first. Then I'm going to save to Penumbra. And now that we've done that, we can go back to the game. And we can open up Penumbra. Oops, sorry. I already had it open. We can open it up just like this. We can redraw ourselves. And then if you have TBSE as a body mod, sorry, I am in the wrong area, body. So if you have TBSE right up here, if you have it already on, then you should be good to go. So I'm going to just minimize that really quick. And then if we put these on, oh god. Alright, yeah, so once you've got everything exported and working properly, it should be good. I just had a slight error in Blender where I forgot to, these, if you see right here, it needs this en route. It needs the armature modifier, basically. I forgot to give that to these meshes, so don't forget to do that. I'll include a section in the video where I do that, but yeah, there shouldn't be anything else other than that at this point. You'll probably just want to take a look at your mod from a few angles just to make sure everything's looking okay. So you can see right here, there's just some clipping, the skin right here, my cursor. And you'll basically just have to do some manual adjustments. So I guess in this case, since you can see it's kind of here at the thumb, I'd probably just go into like sculpt mode. So like, I go into sculpt mode, make sure you have mirror on, and just kind of pull it back like just a little bit. Just to get that skin kind of out of the way. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, because you can't really tell right away. You'll have to export it to get an idea of where you're going to be at. So I'll just re-export this one more time. File, export, put on our settings, overwrite, Textools load, load model, close, save to Penumbra, and yeah. So now you can see it's fixed here, but there's a little bit of a part clipping out here. So I'll speed up this section. I'll just redo what I just did. And yeah, okay, cool. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks. There's not really anything else that I would change. For you guys, there's probably gonna be, you know, your own manual adjustments you have to make for your upscale, but if you guys have any questions regarding these upscales or anything like that, just definitely let me know. I can try to help you in the comments. I don't really use any other body mods except this one, but at the end of the day, it mostly comes down to like material assignments kind of being the weirdest part, I feel like. I mean, obviously, there definitely is like some manual adjustment you'll do to the mesh as well, but just with your own practice, I'm sure you can find something that you would want to work with. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here for today, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to see anything else in the future, just let me know. And have a good rest of your day. Sorry. Peace.